Here is little Robert Kiyosaki. He had two fathers, his poor and unsuccessful dad, and his rich and very successful dad. Success for his poor dad was to go to school, learn one third of your life, get your PhD so you could find a safe job and work 40 years like a slave. Robert realized that the only thing he could learn from his poor dad is how to pay his bills. Then he started learning from his rich dad. The first thing he learned is that the rich don't work for money, they make money work for them. This is a principle that teaches us how to manage our money. You think it's easy? Let me ask you. If that was you and you get paid 10k a month, what would you do? Get the car you always wanted? Or go on a vacation, party like a beast, and get only the best drinks? Well, you would always get this result. What you should spend on is stuff like real estate, businesses, stocks, and bonds. You have to know these two words, guys: assets and liabilities. Forget everything you may have learned for them. Kiyosaki says that an asset is everything that puts money in your pocket, and a liability is everything that takes money out of your pocket. For example, a house can be an asset if you rent it and it gives you money every month, but a house can be also a liability if you pay the bank every month for it. Here is how the poor spend their money. They get their income from a job, then they buy a new super cool car and they match their income with expenses. Let's say they get a raise. What would they do? Maybe move into a bigger house, get the new iPhone 7, buy a big TV. Again, they will match their income with expenses and stay at the same level. Here is how a guy who thinks like the rich spends. He gets his income from a job, then he spends on a house, starts renting it, he increases his income every month, then he will invest again. It will maybe be in creating a product, starting a business, creating an intellectual product, stocks or bonds. Eventually, he will get so much money from his assets that he won't need his job. This crowd have all the same problem, but most of the people will start thinking emotional about the problem. They will be slave to these emotions: desire, jealousy, fear. Let me tell you some stories that we all might have experienced. When I was a little boy and I saw this super cool car drove near me, I was like, why don't I have it? My life sucks. Here's Jen. She's the coolest and prettiest girl in school. Everybody talks about her and likes her, including the boy you like. Then you go depressed and angry and ask yourself why? Why? We focus on the problem and not on solving it. But why do we put so much trust in our emotions? Well, back then, when we were cavemen and suddenly we see a predator, we would get scared and run. We wouldn't think, the lion may have ate till now, so it's 50-50. No, that's stupid. This was me before reading the book. I was thinking like, if I invest, I may lose money. I was driven by this emotion, fear, the worst of all. But I realized, what's my other option? Work for 40 years like a slave? Then I saw that this fear was just an illusion in my head, holding me down. A little part of the people started thinking rational about the problem. And if you're one of them right now, you'll be like, where can I invest in? Where can I learn in? Don't worry if you don't have a rich dad to learn from. you can have many now, like Clausen, Kiyosaki, Hill, DeMarco. The list goes on. One last thing, guys. If you like my idea, I wanna see you soon successful. And if you didn't, don't burn me like in the Middle Ages.